Hello, Sharks. We are Green Maple Leaf, and we are to seek $2,000 for 7% of our company. Who are we? We are an aeronautical innovative company seeking to break into the field of reusable rockets. Our team comes from an extensive background of using theoretical scenarios of coding and different style internships to gain experience. However, we would like to gain more hands-on experience creating this reusable rocket.
Our rocket will exceed an apogee of 500 meters, roughly the size of the Empire State Building. Additionally, we will ensure the environmental impact of our rocket is minimal and ensure minimal damage to the rocket's infrastructure.
Not only that, but we will also make sure that when we launch the rocket, there's a safe radius around the launch site so that it doesn't come crashing down in case of a malfunction and hit someone. We will also ensure that when it comes down, it won't crash down because we will slow down its descent with a parachute. And not only that, but we also have a way to collect sensory data and videography from up there.
This combination of goals, including the total apogee, two-way communication, reusability, lack of damage, and concerns for the environment, is the perfect reason why you Sharks should invest in our company.
Hello, Green Maple Leaf. We were just wondering, do you have any model or something to show your progress you've made so far so we can know what we're investing in?
If you do so, please present it now. I'm very interested.
Sharks, here is our model. Our rocket is going to weigh an average of 1.5 kilograms, has a radius of around 3 inches, and a height of 36 inches, or also 3 feet.
This places our rocket with compliance with the FAA as if it's 1.5 kilograms or under, we could launch it without formal declaration of flight. However, if our rocket goes over the expected weight of 1.5 kilograms, we will be notifying the FFA when we launch the rocket to stay in compliance with the law. Now, to talk about some of the features that we're going to have on the rocket, we're going to try to make this rocket as reusable as possible, as well as have redundancy for any failures that may happen during the launching process, like making the fins unclippable and replaceable in terms of using 3D parts for the nose cone. That way, this rocket can be kind of easily manufactured without costing too much over budget.
There are 3 components inside of our rocket. The first one, closest to the thrusters, is the hardware. That is where all the electronics and the nitty-gritty stuff will be happening. And then in the middle of the 3 components will be the parachute, which obviously is in charge of slowing down the fall of the rocket as it descends. And lastly, the third component will be in charge of taking off the cap of the rocket once it reaches its maximum height.
To establish two-way communication with our rocket and the ground control system, we're going to place antennas which will be in compliance with the FCC, as sometimes they won't let me be, because we need to inform which radio frequencies we will be using to not interfere with local radio as well as FAA radio.
I'm absolutely in love with your idea of environmental stability in the reusable rocket. I think this world has a lot of waste in it, and I think your idea to improve it is very helpful. So for that, I am willing to offer you a deposit of $300 for 4% of your company.
I don't know if they're gonna take that deal because I love this idea with like the 3-stage rocket and how the parachute will launch out from the cone so then it can land safely, not like blow up or something. It can be reused, but that's amazing. But they're not gonna take that deal. I'm gonna give $750 for 5% of the company.
I think for the stability of the Earth I think I'll offer $2,000 for 6.7% of your company.
We're glad to accept your offer, Mr.
Yes.
Sharp. Thank you.
Yes.